It was crazy, entertaining work at that particular time. So I said, you know what? I like this kid.
He's touching 50 years old. I think, you know, he should leave it where it is, you know.
Fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer.
After an intense training session with Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather had nothing but respect for his former rival. He described the workout as crazy work and openly expressed his admiration.
We talk about TBE, it's for a reason. Now, one thing about him, he's a hell of a fighter. You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
マニーの言葉を信じて
Julio César muy seguro no sentía ningún temor sabía que al macho Camacho
for Pacquiao's relentless skill and conditioning. Despite their past in the ring, Floyd made it clear, just because he once defeated Manny doesn't mean Pacquiao is an easy opponent. In fact, Mayweather called Manny Pacquiao a true Hall of Famer, praising
the roughest fight you ever had. Who was it?
The best fighter I ever fought probably was Manny Pacquiao. Because of his movement.
But you made it look easy.
But he's a hell of a fighter, and I can see why he won so many fights, and I can see why he's going down as a Hall of Famer. It's just certain moves that he made. But the roughest fighter probably was a guy named Emmanuel Augustus.
You talk about the drunken master?
The drunken master.
The drunken master?
It was tough.
Because he was awkward, huh?
It was just tough. And Miguel Cotto was very physically strong.
Yeah.
So you got different fighters, different days you feel different ways.
I have a video when I compared their resumes. And what I did was I grabbed all their opponents, and if they were in the top 10, if they were at number 1 ranked, I gave them 10 points. If they were at 10 ranked, I gave them 1 point. And if they weren't in the top 10, I gave them 0. And then I added them all up, and then I came up with an average of their resume opponent. And Floyd Mayweather had a slightly better resume. Slightly. It was by
his incredible speed, sharp punching, and slick footwork. Floyd even admitted that Pacquiao remains the toughest fighter he's ever faced. What sets Manny apart, he said, is his unmatched rhythm and precise timing, attributes that still impress Mayweather to this day.
10 seconds!
Training together was more than just nostalgic. It reminded Floyd of how elite Pacquiao still is. At 46 years old, Manny's speed remains electric, and his punches snap with authority. His footwork, still as sharp and calculated as ever. Age, it seems, hasn't dulled the warrior's edge. If anything, Pacquiao continues to move with the hunger and sharpness of a much younger fighter. All of this brings us to July 19th. Where Manny Pacquiao is set to face Mario Barrios in a high-stakes.
This can be awesome. Legend Manny Pacquiao is fighting Mario Barrios for a welterweight championship. And he's 46 years old. I did a whole video about how I think this is really sad because Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting at 46 years old because, you know, brain injuries. But if he wins, that can make the welterweight division crazy. If you don't know, the welterweight division has been historically a great one in boxing, but lately has been pretty dead. Boots Ennis is the best guy in it, and one of the reasons you may not have heard of him is because there's no one else for him to really fight in that division, so he just dominates it. Everyone's been talking about how there hasn't been big names in the welterweight division, but now it's getting stacked with big names. Not necessarily the best fighters, but big names that are fun. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. This division is getting absolutely insane, and Boots Ennis has a chance to run through it. Because honestly, I don't think any of those guys are better than him, and he will get the credit he deserves. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments.
Title bout. But this isn't just another fight. It's a clash of generations. Pacquiao, the living legend of boxing's golden era, will stand across from Barrios, a representative of the sport's new wave. The anticipation is off the charts. However, this fight also raises real concerns. Pacquiao is no longer in his prime. He's stepping into the ring at an age where most fighters have long since retired. Barrios, over a decade younger. And in his physical peak, represents a dangerous challenge. The biggest risk isn't about skill or experience. It's about health. As boxing fans know, stepping into the ring at an advanced age brings a higher risk of injury, particularly in terms of brain trauma and long-term neurological damage. While Pacquiao's speed and determination remain world-class, the question lingers, is the reward worth the risk? Still, Mayweather's praise serves as a powerful reminder.
I'm hearing things here. Manny Pacquiao aiming for a shock return to the ring, age 46, Josh.
Yeah, I read something about that, man. It's, that guy's my hero, you know, I named my dog after him and stuff like that, you know, still, but he's touching 50 years old. I think, you know, he should leave it where it is, you know, but, you know, obviously, if you get a chance to share a ring with Manny Pacquiao, nobody's going to say no.
Who Manny Pacquiao is. A relentless competitor, a global icon, and perhaps most importantly, a fighter who defies time itself. No matter the outcome, July 19th will be a moment that captures the heart of boxing fans worldwide. Despite growing concerns over his age and lengthy absence from professional boxing, Manny Pacquiao has returned to training camp with full intensity. Under the watchful eye of his longtime trainer Freddie Roach, the camp, based in Los Angeles, is focused on sharpening the very qualities that define Pacquiao in his prime: speed, endurance, and tactical precision. While
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
The question is readiness. Manny is proving that he has no plans to quietly fade into retirement. His mission to reclaim the WBC welterweight title is not a nostalgic farewell. It's a serious comeback. While excitement surrounds Pacquiao's return, it comes with equal concern. Critics argue that the emotional allure of a legendary fighter making one last run can cloud judgment. After all,
in shape right now. I'm always in workout, training. Like, I love workout and playing basketball like that. So I'm happy for it.
Do you still watch boxing now? Are you still into it? Do you enjoy watching boxing?
Yeah, because you know, boxing is my passion, so that's why I'm enjoying watching boxing.
Pacquiao hasn't fought professionally since 2021, and at 46 years old, time is not on his side. Health experts have warned that returning at this age, especially in such a brutal sport, can carry serious risks, particularly when it comes to brain trauma and long-term neurological.
Bite, overhand right. Stop it! Welcome to K9 Boxing. And it's yours truly, Cornelius K9 Bundridge, the oldest world champion in junior history. And Manny Pacquiao is looking to step back in the ring, y'all, against Mario Barrios, July the 19th. If I'm not mistaken, it's July 19th. And I give Manny Pacquiao a good chance at winning. Because, you know, a lot of people say, well, he's been inactive, he's older. Man, but he throw punches. He has a lot of experience. And his last fight was an exhibition, which still was a fight and still kept him sharp, punching, doing something. So it ain't like he just ain't been in the ring, ain't did nothing. Yeah, he been working. It's like them underground boxing matches are real fights. And it keep you off bold. You know, Emmanuel Stewart used to do a lot of exhibitions for his guys, or his guys to get them sharp, to get them prepared for a fight. If they hadn't fought in a minute, just to have them fight sharp. What up, Keith? Yeah, just to have them fight sharp. So if they got in the ring and they hadn't fought in a minute, it won't seem like it. It'd be like it seem like they just recently fought. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff you can do to make yourself relevant, sharp, can have you right, ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a draw.
He's undeterred. Whether in interviews or during public training sessions, he exudes a calm confidence. When asked about the age gap between himself and the much younger Mario Barrios, Pacquiao didn't flinch. His response was measured and composed, reflecting a fighter who has spent decades under the brightest, just set for a fight that could be glorious or regrettable, legendary or cautionary.